Hey, it's Adam here, co-founder of Enta Solutions, and this is another edition of Enta Wonders. Today we're wondering about Grit by Angela Duckworth. If you want a really good, a little bit longer summary of her work, she does a really great TED Talks. I'll throw the link in the comments below. But essentially, what is grit? It is the power of passion and perseverance. It is the not giving up, make it through hell week piece that is a huge indicator of why and how people succeed more and more. There's a couple of interesting things when we talk about grit. One of the things Angela talks about is how when someone succeeds, we often attribute it to their natural ability versus the hard work they put in. Certainly, natural talent plays a role, but not nearly as important as the effort. So, defining talent, how quickly your skills improve with effort, and then achievement, what happens when you take your acquired skills and use them. So here's the framework. Skill is your talent, how quickly you improve, times effort, right? Now you can do the skill. Achievement is the skill times effort again. So keep trying, keep using it, keep going. So you see what happens here is achievement is equal to your talent times effort squared, okay? Effort squared. So the effort, this is a huge piece in there. That's where the grit comes to play, right? And then a cool definition of grit is having the same high level goal for a long time. Effort, effort, effort. Keep going, moving forward, never stopping, never give up. It's fantastic. So I call it some psychological assets that help with grit that you need. An interest. You have to like what you're doing. Being proactive. Okay, so preparing, thinking forward, having a sense of purpose, a higher sense of purpose. And then lastly, hope. And she really talks about how this defines every stage. You have to believe, you have to have faith that you're getting where you're going. And believe me, as an entrepreneur, it is an exercise in faith every single day. Purposeful practice or deliberate practice. Experts, people who become really good at something, practice very deliberately. They don't just show up and play basketball for an hour randomly. They show up and they shoot 50 baskets in a row. And then they, practice sprints, whatever. They're very specifically working on specific skills and moving those forward. And Angela gives 4 kind of criteria for deliberate practice. So a clearly defined stretch goal, right? Somewhere you're reaching to. Full concentration and effort, okay? You're not just kind of all over the place, you're concentrated on that one thing. Immediate and informative feedback, okay? I missed the shot, I made the shot. And repetition with reflection and refinement. So not only did I practice shooting over and over and over again, I thought about it on the drive home, I thought about it on the drive there. This is this idea of deliberate practice. So another thing that Angela talks about is this idea of kind of purpose and pleasure and how far people will go. So let me draw this handy diagram, and yes, I hung my whiteboard, right? Oh, this grit, right? We're going towards achievement. If you're doing something just for the pleasure of it, you'll only get so far. If you have a higher sense of purpose, sky's the limit. One of the cool things Angela talks about is Navy SEALs. So they can predict with 80-some% accuracy who will make it through Hell Week when they interview candidates before. How? The ones that say, oh, I just want to see if I can do it, I want to be the best, blah, 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 are more likely to drop out than the ones that say, I believe in my country, I want to make a difference, I'm here for my countrymen, that kind of thing. 80-some% on Hell Week. That's pretty spectacular. There's something called learned optimism here as I kind of wrap up. So this is basically talking about growth mindset and not growth mindset. So as a parent or a coach, this is really interesting. So you say to your kid, hey, way to go, you're a natural. That actually undermines that growth mindset. They think, oh, it reinforces the fact that they don't have to work. However, you said, I'm so proud of how hard you worked, or you're such a great learner, or you never give up. This is the kind of feedback you want to promote this, right? And we talked about learned optimism before. It's a feedback loop, right? You kind of learn that working hard gets you places. So you learn to be optimistic. Yes, it sucks right now, but I can move forward. And that is a learned behavior. In fact, there's something called a learned industriousness that I thought was pretty cool. And it's that without directly experiencing the connection between effort and reward, animals defend to laziness. And they've done these studies with variety of animals and monkeys and things like that. So you have to try. You have to kind of get in the mud and then see the success to learn that behavioral loop, which is why some people are greedy and some people are not so greedy. And then the last thing I thought that Angela mentioned here, it's something she has with her family called the hard things rule. And I thought this was super cool. It's like everyone in her family, her husband, her kids, everyone has a hard thing that they're working on. You get to pick your hard thing no matter what it is. You can quit, but not until the season's over. So you have to make it through whatever that cycle is. And as I said, you get to pick it, no one else. So you're always working on something to encourage that grittiness, that never-ending belief, at never giving up. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. What's your hard thing?